Okay, so before we do anything, before we set up any bread or any wine, we need to help out the people who clean up after us. The water heater in the sacristy is a tankless water heater, so it's underneath the cabinet, and most of the time it's off. So to turn it on, there's a dial here, this water heater dial, and you're going to turn that dial and turn it past 2. Okay, so if you do this just before service, they'll have nice hot water after service. So we have 2 things to set up for communion. One is the bread, and the other is the wine. So I'm going to show you first the bread. So we have some trays over here on this back counter in the sacristy. And what we do is we set each tray with a bunch of cups. So there's a box here with cups, and we'll set these out. Fill each tray. We're going to do 3 trays worth, because we typically set between 80 and 90 per Sunday, although you want to check with pastors each Sunday to see if we're expecting a larger crowd than normal. Now I'm just going to put a few cups out, but on a normal Sunday you would fill 1 tray. This tray here holds 35, then do another, and then do another to get up to 80. Now I'm going to show you in a little bit where the bread comes from, but for the moment I'm just going to use some bread that's left over from last Sunday, which has been conveniently stored in the refrigerator here. So it comes in little bags, and the bags are dated, and I'll show you that when we get into the hall. So what you do is take these bags and put a piece of bread in each one of these cups, just like that. And you have lots of fun pouring these things out, or making a mess like I just did. But that's pretty much it on the bread. So next, we're going to do the wine. So we do the wine in individual cups, and the trays where you find the wine are in this cupboard here. So we take these out. Now I want to show you these trays. So some of the trays are full of glasses, like this. A tray holds 40 cups, and then there's a few trays that only have some. Now since we're setting 80 to 90 per Sunday, you're going to do 2 full trays, and then you're going to do a partial tray of maybe 10 to 20 glasses on that tray. Now the wine and the grape juice are in the fridge here. So we have wine by the box, and this box will last months. And we also have the grape juice here. And what I usually do is I usually take these over to the other counter by the sink, because it's easy to make a mess. Okay, so now I'm over by the sink, so if I make a mess, I can clean up. So in this drawer just to the left of the sink, there's this cool little gadget. So one's broken, so we'll not use that one. So it's a cup with a spout on the bottom, and you can put wine or grape juice in this, and then fill up the cups. So I'll just do a few of these to demonstrate. I'll take a little grape juice and pour it in here. And then just hold that right over the individual cup, and off you go. And it goes very fast. So I've done the bread. Now we do have some parishioners who can't take gluten, so for them we use gluten-free wafers. So we have some up here in the cabinet. So they look like this. So they have little sesame seeds in them, I think. So what we do is we have 2 separate little trays for those. So we'll use one for each side of the congregation. We're going to put a couple of these gluten-free wafers out on each side. So next we're going to take things out and put them on the communion tables in the sanctuary. So for the bread, we take the individual trays, and we take these fair linens. So this is in the drawer labeled fair linens underneath the counter here. And for these trays, we just use a small linen like this. And we'll take this out and put them on the table. Okay, so we're going to put the tray on the right-hand end of each table. So we'll put one on the choir side and one on the kids' side, and then there'll be an extra tray which you can put on either side. Then we're going to cover that with the altar cloth. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put these trays out on the table. We'll put them on the left end of the table. So you notice that there's a cover, so that goes on top of the trays with the wine. So I usually put one tray on the choir side, and then I put the other tray along with the partially filled tray on this side. And then during the service, the pastors will take the extra tray to wherever the wine is needed. Okay, we also have baskets to hold the used cups for the bread. So these baskets are located just to the right of the sink in the sacristy. So bring those out, there's two of them, and put one on the table between the wine and the bread on each side. So we also put the gluten-free wafers out alongside the regular bread. So again, one of each of the little trays on each side of the sanctuary. So when you're all done, this is what it's going to look like. So you're going to have an empty tray here on the left side, the stack containing the wine and grape juice here, the basket for the empty cups here, and then the bread and the gluten-free wafers covered by the communion cloth.